In this episode, we visit Yuraygir National Park in New South Wales. The first campground we stayed at was in the north of the national park at Lake Aragon, just north of Brooms Head, and as you can see here, south of Yamba. They are allocated campsites and need to be pre-booked with New South Wales National Parks. Oh, he's having a little fight there, his mate and his brother. This is at our side. I was on the other side of them, but they didn't like that. Spin around and show you. There's Glenn. The kangaroos and wallabies are very used to people. They're everywhere. This one even taking a rest in the shade under our car. I want to go for a drive. Oh! You got the message? We took a drive around the coastline and to check out the other campgrounds in the national park. Lake Aragon, where we're staying, is close to Redcliffe Campground, and you can see why it got its name. Check this out. It's just stunning coastline all along here. In this shot you can see Lake Aragon in the top left hand corner with the inlet that connects to the sea. We did have a swim in the lake, but we didn't get any footage. It's really nice and calm, and it's perfect for kayaks and stand-up paddleboards. This is the aerial site of the Lake Aragon campground, where most of the caravan sites are actually close to the beach. It's the tents that are on the walk-in sites that are on the inlet to the lake. There's a fair bit of bird life around that we can watch from your campsite, including these cute little quails. But of course the most common wildlife you'll see are the kangaroos and wallabies that are not afraid to visit your site. The walkway down to the beach probably would have only been 50 metres from our campsite, so now it's time to go and explore. It was quite hot, and initially we had a splash in the waves, but then we found this beautiful spot and we just couldn't pull ourselves away. We sat in the shallow water at low tide near the rocks, and we watched all these beautiful fish swimming around us. It felt like we were in the reef. I don't know what type of fish they were, but these tiny little black and yellow ones, they were so sweet. We sat here for ages enjoying this, but as the tide was coming in, it was time to get back to camp. This little guy was having a drink from the creek as we walked away from the beach.
After 3 years, we didn't think we'd ever use this thing.
Yep, clean feet now. As the sun sets over the rocks and the beach at Lake Aragon campground, we look forward to moving on tomorrow to explore more of this Yuraygir National Park. This time we move to the southern end of the park, to a campground called Illaroo Camp North, which is just north of Mini Waters and, as you can see, south of Brooms Head. Even though it's not far on the map, it takes a while. You have to go back out to the highway, go south, and then come back out to the coast again. The road into Illaroo is dirt. And a little bit corrugated. A few potholes, but it's not too bad.
About 2 k's.
Yeah, about 2 k's, is that right? I think. And a bit of bumpy gravel. This is the Illaroo North campground that we're staying at, site number 8. There is an Illaroo South as well. We hadn't been set up very long, but I was keen to have a paddle in those waves. This is the view from our campsite. The corner is our fire pit. We might have a fire. It's a little bit cooler tonight. The last few nights have been too hot. It's a nice site. Number 8. Very nice.
Oh, no.
Up the top end of the north campground, there's all these walk-in sites that are empty, where all the other sites you've got to book online, and like we booked 8 days in advance and could only get one night for the camper trailer and caravan sites. But there's all these walk-ins, prime position. This is one of the walkways down to the beach. And just above those stairs, we saw this big spider. And of course, Glenn always has to try and get nice and close. He loves photographing his wildlife. We decided not to go down to the beach just yet. We turned around back to the campgrounds to photograph these little crabs. He was popping his head out. Here he is. Oh, he saw us. Go back again. Wow. He's pretty. So now it's time to go and explore the beach. It's a tunnel. Oh gosh, I'm not walking under there. Look at all those buzzy flying things. But Glenn, I can see a massive crab on the other side of this tunnel. The spider saw me and then dropped down off the rocks. Scrambled over, but here's the crab. He's making himself invisible. There's water dripping from everywhere. Seeing crabs, but they keep running away. Yeah, keep running away when you get close. There he goes. Now he's gonna hide. They're very colourful rocks, aren't they? at how they got their colour.
Yeah. Couple of chite underneath it.
Couple of what?
Things I saw in Perth. See, there's a chite. That segment 7 seconds. I think correct.
Righto, segmented, what? 7 seconds. A shite.
Chite. That was the back of a cockroach.
Oh. Use your imagination.
Yeah.
It's not a swimming hole, it's a cave. Oh, look at that. I thought it was a nice little champagne pool type thing. It's a cave. No little fishies. Oh, yes, there is. Where are they? Just came out of the sand. There they are. And here's a few more crabs around the rock pool. Couple over there in the waves doing a nudie swim, but they saw us coming so they quickly put clothes on. We won't go over there and disturb them. After a few hours exploring the rock pools, it was time to head back to camp to start our fire. We've only just put the fire on, haven't really got it going yet, but bush turkeys come over, decided to dig behind there in that hole. It might be his hole. Oop. See when the fire gets going if he comes back. This is our corner of our campground. We've got the fire going. Chilling out before dinner.
Looking for goannas.
Glenn's on the lookout for goannas. There's supposedly a couple of big ones around here. And this is our side in the corner of the campground. It's a great little spot. Next morning and he's back. He's got his little mate. I don't know what they do behind that fire pit. But it's a good hole they're digging. The next morning and Glenn went down the beach to get some more photos. He got some nice aerial shot of the coastline and campgrounds. That's our campsite there in the corner, closest to the walkway to the beach. This is the track that's right next door to our site. So Glenn's been wanting to find some goannas, so let's go for a walk and try and find some. This is one of the walks from the South Illaroo campground. And we're going through paper barks at the moment. That's down where we were walking yesterday at low tide. That's all those caves. It's underwater now. Noises in the trees. It was paper barks before. Now we're in a section with some beautiful twisted old gums. This is a loop up here. It's a nice little walk. It's only 600 k's back, 600 metres back to the campground now. Soft sand in this section.
Stag growing there.
This is the end of the walk. 1.2k or something like that. Loop walk back to the campground. 1.3 walk. It's a circuit. There you go. It's quite a nice walk. Finally seen that goanna that Glenn's been on the lookout for. He's just at campsite 68 for a visit. He might go up the tree. No, quite happy in the sun. Track that takes you from the south campground back to the north campground where we're camped. Well, we are sad to leave, but we have definitely enjoyed our time in the Yuraygir National Park.